Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to my review, Series 12, Episode 5, halfway through the series. It is Fugitive of the Judoon. Let's get started. So let's start by talking about the first kind of big moment from the episode, and it is the return of Captain Jack Harkness. Now this was rumoured on Twitter for a short amount of time before the episode aired, just because John Barrowman, being himself, he caused a bit of a stir on Twitter when he retweeted the Series 12 trailer for this episode that was like, this episode's going to be bigger than the Master returning. So that obviously got speculation going, but most of us just thought it's John Barrowman. If he's really in the episode, he won't be allowed to retweet, he's probably just teasing us. But obviously he wasn't, and he actually came back. The moment when I realised it was his voice in the episode, I was just so surprised, so happy. I think Captain Jack is a fantastic choice to bring back. I think everyone has wanted him to come back since Torchwood Miracle Day, and it's great to see him come back in Doctor Who. Obviously he wasn't a main part of the episode, he kind of felt more, not a cameo, just slightly more than a cameo, but I think that was the point. I think it was a tease because he's obviously not met the 13th Doctor yet, but I think he will come back either in the finale for the Cybermen, with the whole him mentioning lone Cybermen thing. It could even be in that episode, it could be episode 8, or it could be series 13, or you never know, it could be even better and he could get his own series to Torchwood. We really do not know at this point. But yeah, it was great to have him back, although he didn't meet the Doctor. I was a bit disappointed, but I think that's the point. I think it was a bit more of a tease, it was teasing him, but it was just great to see that Chibnall is bringing him back. Hopefully we'll get to Torchwood one day. But yeah, Captain Jack, he was brilliant in the episode, he had some great material, he had that kiss with Graham, that's just Jack being Jack, and he had some cheesy lines and they worked well with the companions, and it was nice to see him come back to Doctor Who, and it looked like John Barrowman was really enjoying himself. And yeah, it was great to see Captain Jack come back. I didn't think it was happening. It was my final prediction on Twitter, and I did say it in my Series 12 videos, so I'm just saying, going to take some credit for that, but I didn't actually think it was going to happen. But yeah, I was right, and Captain Jack came back, so hopefully we'll see him again in the Who universe soon. Now going to get on to probably the biggest talking point of the Who fandom at the moment, and it is the introduction of a brand new Doctor played by Jo Martin. Now I want to talk just first about Jo Martin as the Doctor. I think she did a great job. I'd imagine it's quite difficult coming in, being the Doctor straight away, not having that regeneration period similar to John Hurt. So yeah, I think she did a great job in this episode. From the get-go, her Doctor, she's fantastic. She feels like the actual Doctor, and she worked really well with Jodie as well. They bounced off each other really well, got some funny lines between them, and yeah, she felt like the Doctor. So well done to Jo. She really is, so far, making a good introduction to her Doctor. So obviously, now we're going to talk about the more divisive, which is where is her Doctor in the timing of things. So most likely she's going to be before the first Doctor, William Hartnell, because there's obviously been this rumour that there was 13 female Doctors before William Hartnell. I hope that's not true, and I hope if it is true, it isn't just female Doctors. I know that would make it a bit more fairer, but I feel it would just be better if it was just a mix of male and female Doctors. I just feel that would be, in my opinion, just a bit better, but who knows. But yeah, it looks like she's going to be before the first Doctor, but there's just some things that make me think it's actually not going to be that, because the TARDIS is already a police box, but that only happens after the first Doctor steals the TARDIS from Gallifrey, which we see in Name of the Doctor. So it makes me doubt that it actually is before Hartnell. Plus, we did see the Doctor as a child in the episode Listen, when Clara goes and sees him. So again, that, especially if they're going with the whole time, the Doctor's timeless child, and Jo Martin's Doctor, who is also a person of colour, same as we saw the timeless child be in Spyfall Part 2, it does kind of make sense, but we've already seen the Doctor as a child in Listen, so that doesn't really make sense either if Jo Martin's Doctor is the timeless child since a kid. that doesn't make sense either unless she regenerates into a kid. And maybe that's how they're going to do it. Maybe the Doctor's going to regenerate into a kid, and then that's how the first Doctor gets started. I don't really know. But for me personally, I don't want her to be the actual first Doctor, just because William Hartnell is the first Doctor. He kind of started to show off in the legacy, and it feel maybe a bit too far if they made her the first Doctor towards William Hartnell. So I'm fine maybe even if it is 13 Doctors before William Hartnell, but don't make her the first Doctor. Don't actually tell us who the first Doctor is, just leave it on an open book. I feel that wouldn't be as bad. It would still be a bit annoying for William Hartnell that he's no longer the first Doctor technically, but if we don't know who the first Doctor actually is, and they can somehow make it a way where William Hartnell still feels that the first Doctor is the first Doctor of something, then yeah, I'd be fine with it. But another theory is she could be between the second and third Doctor, but I don't think that makes sense either, because she doesn't know what the Sonic is, and the Sonic is introduced during the second Doctor's time as a Doctor, and also the third Doctor arrives in the second Doctor's clothes, but that isn't a massive point, we could get around that. But yeah, they could also do an alternative version of the Doctor, which I probably would like the most, just to keep things simple, is to make her an alternative version of the Doctor from another universe. There is hints that this series could be going down a multi-universe kind of route. We had obviously Spyfall Part 1, which the Doctor mentioned multiple Earths, and then we had Orphan 55, which was an alternative timeline thing for Earth. So maybe this series is going down that route, and she will be an alternative Doctor. I don't know, but personally I just don't want Chibnall to be playing with fire. I love that he's bringing new things to the show. I think meeting new Doctors, hopefully we'll get to meet more new Doctors throughout the series, and that'd be pretty cool. I don't mind that. I think it's a cool idea. I think it shakes things up. I think it's what should happen, that Chibnall should come into New Who and shake things up. I think that's what the show needs, but I just hope he knows what he's doing and he's not going to mess around with the Doctor's history too much. But so far, I really like Jodie as a Doctor, and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more of her in Series 12. Obviously got to talk as well about the other main talking point, which was the Judoon, because this was mostly promoted as a Judoon episode, and I think they were fantastic, especially someone who was growing up during the Russell T Davies era, so I saw them as a child during Series 3's Smith and Jones, and yeah, it was great to see them back. I think whoever decided to bring them back, probably Chibnall, did a fantastic job. They were really good in the episode. They weren't the main villain, which I thought was possible because obviously they're police, they're not really a villain type. But yeah, they were fantastic in the episode. They were a great presence. They weren't the main focus because I think this episode has so much to do. They weren't the main focus, but they were more just there as residents. And yeah, it was fantastic to see the Judoon back, and it was a great choice. And they had some great funny material throughout. And yeah, they were just a great presence throughout the episode. In terms of the main characters, I thought Jodie was fantastic. It's great to see her getting much better material this series. I really liked in Series 11, but she was pretty much getting it all easy, happy going for most of the series, and it's great to see Series 12 really challenge her Doctor. In terms of the companions, they were mostly just standing around for a lot of this episode, but I think that's because, again, this episode had so much to do, and it was focused more on the Doctor, and I think that was fine. I thought that they had some good material throughout, especially when they were with Captain Jack, and it was nice to see Yasmin as well using some of her police skills in the episode with the Judoon. So yeah, I like the companions as well. And Ruth, before Ruth was the Doctor, she was a likeable character. Yeah, she was nice, she was a tour guide, nice woman, convincible. So yeah, it was nice to see her be a human before she turned into the Doctor. And her companion, I can't remember his name, but he was good as well. And it was nice when Gate, that's obviously similar to Human Nature and Family Blood from Series 3, where Martha Jones is looking after the Doctor when he at the time becomes human. So it's similar here, that obviously the Doctor has turned human and this guy has been making sure that she is okay. So I really liked this character and the twist of him being, because I thought he was going to be a villain but he wasn't, and I really liked that. And obviously Gate as well, or Gat, I think her name's Gat, sorry. She was really good as well. I really liked her. You really, especially on rewatch, you recognise she is a Time Lord, and whoever wrote her character wrote her really well. I think she is convincible as a Time Lord. So overall, this was a really big episode, and I'm really glad that I watched it on first viewing when it went out live. And yeah, I think this is probably going to make the Doctor Who history books. But yeah, this was a fantastic episode. I know it's divisive. I know that Chibnall has made some big decisions here with the series arc and where to take it. And we've got a lot to look forward to. We've got the potential run of Captain Jack, which is going to happen eventually. We've got, obviously, this brand new Doctor, similar to the War Doctor from Day of the Doctor. So we're going to have to see where she goes in the swing of things. We've got the lone Cyberman now. We've obviously still got the Master to deal with. But this series has got a lot to deal with. And it's pretty obvious now, it's probably not going to be all solved in Series 12, because there's a lot. So I'm not sure if the focus of this series is going to be the lone Cyberman and maybe the Doctor thing will be solved in the next series. I'm not sure. But yeah, this episode was definitely divisive. Definitely going to get fans talking. But I think it's good that Chibnall is moving the show in a new direction. I think, yeah, it's divisive, but at least Chibnall is doing something, and he's, in my opinion, he's getting the new series to do new things, which is great, because you want to change things up, and he's definitely doing that. So this was a fantastic episode. Going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. It's definitely a brilliant episode. My only criticism, I've only got one criticism, and that would be the pacing. Sometimes at the start and the middle bit can be a bit meh. There's a lot of talking scenes, but I feel like that's just to establish characters a bit, so that's fine. But yeah, apart from the pacing maybe being a bit meh at times, this was a brilliant episode with some great reveals. I think all the reveals I liked at the moment. I'm just hoping with the Doctor they can really make this new Doctor thing work. Thank you for always, guys, watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. Thank you for 100 subscribers as well now. Fantastic. I was not expecting to get that, especially like under 3 months or just over 3 months. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I really hope you're enjoying the content. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.